Good evening, everybody. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and I'm going to talk about the SAT. Okay. Now, this test was invented back in 1901. It was originally an acronym for the Scholastic Achievement Test. And the idea was to see if your high school, or whatever the heck they had back then, had taught you well enough to finally go into a college or university, because they didn't exactly trust all the high schools across the country. And right now, if they saw the high schools today, I would be very understanding if they didn't trust all the high schools. Some do real well, some do not. And if you're coming from one of those high schools that do not do very good, well, you could be in some serious trouble pretty quick going as a freshman in college. Okay, well, after so many years, we reached the year 1941, where they decided to call the test the Scholastic Aptitude Test. And then in 1990, they decided to change the name again to the Scholastic Assessment Test. And finally, they just gave up and said, it's SAT, don't put anything else in there. Okay. Now, this test is produced by the Educational Testing Service. And if you want to know more information about how this thing came about, you are more than welcome to do the research. There's a lot of history on this thing. And I would love to go cover the whole thing, but I don't want to bore everybody. So, let's just go on to what really was asked. I had one of my viewers ask me how to take the test. Okay. It is composed of half math questions, half verbal questions. Okay. And what they do, for the most part, now, from what I've been told, I never actually have taken the SAT my entire life. You know, you probably say, go, wow, somebody as well educated as you are never took the SAT. Well, I felt that I was gypped of a few things, so I decided not to take it until I got what I was gypped out of. So, what they do, for the most part, most of your questions will be like this. They will give you a question. They will give you 4 or 5 different answers. Okay, and the 4 or 5 different answers will be listed like this. And you have these little answer things right here. Now, what they will do is they will tell you to bring a number 2 graphite pencil. And there's a reason why they have you bring a number 2 graphite pencil. And if they don't let you bring a number 2 graphite pencil, they will definitely give you a number 2 graphite pencil because of what you have to do. Okay, and one of the things that people do not realize is that at one time, those graphite pencils were actually made of real lead. Well, they found out about lead poisoning and they decided not to have the real lead, so they turned it to graphite. Okay? Because let me tell you something, you do not want to ingest real lead. But they give you the graphite pencil, or you take in a graphite pencil, I'm not sure which, you'll have to ask. But either way, you're going to use this graphite pencil. You read the question, you figure out what the answer is, and what you're going to do is you're going to actually mark out the answer like this. And there's a reason for that. Because they have a little scorecard, and these scorecards have holes punched in them. And what they do is they place the scorecard over your answers. And if you got the right one marked out, they considered it correct. If you don't, they consider it wrong. So like I said, you're going to take your graphite pencil and you're going to just cover up the answer you think it should be. And that's how you do the SAT. Now, from what I've been told, there are a few fill-in-the-blanks on the SAT, but they're very few. Almost everything is going to be with a graphite pencil and marking out the answer with a graphite pencil. So hopefully that answers your question. If you have any further questions, you can leave them down here in the comments below. I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.